Hello, and welcome back to the Rawkode Academy. This is Klustered. Today we have two amazing teams who have very kindly, or badly, broken some Kubernetes clusters for the other team to fix. Before we introduce our first team, we are going to say hello and thank you to our sponsors. So Teleport have been sponsoring Klustered since almost the very beginning, and we've been using Teleport since the very first episode. Teleport is an amazing tool that allows us to commoditize access to each of these bare metal clusters with fine-grained RBAC controls and a pairing ability, which you will see us using in every single episode of Klustered. So thank you, Teleport. Also, thank you to Equinix Metal. They've been providing the hardware, again, since the very first episode. These bare metal machines are awesome. They have tons of cores, tons of memory, tons of fun to be had for people that wish to break and fix clusters. So thank you, Equinix. It's always a pleasure. All right, let's introduce our first team. I'm going to pop over to here, and we're going to say hello to Team Ambassador Labs. Hello, all. How are you?
Very good, thanks, David. Very good.
Awesome. I love to. I do this every time, and I haven't found a way better to do it. Like I say hello to a group of people, and then they all just like, oh, which one? Who's going to speak? Like, however, I'm really excited to have you all here. Why don't we start at the top right, work our way around clockwise, and each of you just say hello and introduce yourself, please.
Oh, hello, everybody. My name's Alex. I'm a software developer at Ambassador Labs, and I'm based out of Montreal.
Cool. Hi, everyone. My name is Edidiong Asipo. I work as a developer advocate at Ambassador Labs, and I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria.
Hey everyone, Daniel Bryant here, head of DevRel at Ambassador Labs. Previous life as a Java developer, and then moving across to Ops. So I'm hoping my Linux knowledge comes flooding back today, right?
It will.
It's all right. I'm sure nobody ever attacks the Linux machine, right? They just do nice, easy breaks on the Kubernetes cluster. I'm sure
that's what we're hoping, David.
All right, well, you are up against a returning team, Team Fairwinds. We will see them in around 45 minutes' time. But let's get started with our cluster for today. So we are going to pop open my screen share. I've already connected to the control plane node. So if you could each please join the session and just type echo, hello, or anything to let me know that you are there. And then I will wish you best of luck and you can kick this off. All right, we got a hello, two hellos. Let's see if we can get, there we go, a third one then. Awesome. Off to a flying start. That's the hard bit done. So I'll let you take it from here. Set up your kube config, check for a control plane, and best of luck.
Awesome stuff. Shall I drive, folks, first off?
Cool.
Then you can shout out stuff.
Yes,
Yep.
Please go ahead.
Cool. How have the Fairwinds folks been nice? We love Fairwinds. Have they been nice to us, right? Kube,
Let's see. We'll find out soon.
Nodes. Oh,
Oh, we
good
have
start
notes.
for a control plane. Or supposedly.
And the
I know they've
worker
done some
nodes.
tricks in the past. Do you get nodes? I get pods. It's looking pretty good, right?
Yeah, it looks like everything is running as well.
Yeah, restart on the controller manager. Interesting. Yeah, conveniently like a day ago, right, when you would have been playing around with stuff. Let's.
Okay.
David, can we see if V1 is running, please?
It's in crash look back off. So if you pipe that through less,
Oh,
I've scrolled up as well for the audience, but the cluster pod is a broken pod.
Ah, thanks, David. Great.
Wishful thinking though, you know.
Yeah, it's worth a try, right? Shall we do a describe on that one?
Yeah, since that's where the problem is.
Sure, get the events.
Yeah, it seems every other one is running aside from that.
So we got waiting, crash loop back off, terminated, killed.
Dun,
As a
dun,
Java
dun.
developer, I know that all too well. Right? We're spinning up Spring.
Oh,
I love Spring, of course, but often gets killed.
Look at the limits on this pod. It only has 10 megabytes.
Ah, well spotted, Alex. Well spotted.
Yeah.
Back off, restart. Liveness probe failed. Health as well. What's the recommendation, everyone? What do you think?
let's try and bump up the memory limit.
Yep. What's the command on that one? That's feel free to type if you want to as well.
I don't recall by hand. I'd probably do a kubectl edit.
Yeah, sounds good, right? Yeah. Should do that.
Yeah, edit deployment. I think that's your best bet here.
So what you should do in prod, right?
Yeah, the deployment. Then
What's it called? Cluster, right?
It's just called Klustered. That's right.
Yeah.
And I will show this through here. There's a weird Vim bug. There we go.
Oh yes, kind of looking strange
okay.
on my screen. Oh, gotcha. Got the checks there. There's the limits, right? Shall I edit them?
yeah.
What are we going for, do you reckon?
I think we should remove everything.
Exactly. Sledgehammer approach.
I love it. Literally get rid of the limits.
That's a good idea.
We don't need limits. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy with that?
Yep.
Back.
Sounds good.
Here we go.
Resources column.
Supposedly running now, right?
It is.
It does appear to be running.
Do I love that Rust application? Instantly fires up, right?
Would you like me to test it?
Yes, please, David. Yes, please.
All right.
That would be. We're clearly expecting it's going to go in flames, right? The Fairwinds people are far too devious.
So normally, oh, there's my LinkedIn. Sweet. Normally that is a node port service in 30,000, but can you just double check that for me and run a get service?
Run a what? Sorry, David.
That's all right.
Get services.
I just wanted to make sure that.
Oh, cool. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so I would have expected that to work. I will check one more thing just in case it's my setup, because I am also prone to a lot of errors. I'll get the public IP address. Oh, it's not there.
Oh yeah.
I've got too many clusters. So just in case. Haha! They left you a message.
Gotcha.
It says gotcha.
I was just going to do a curl right on the.
Oh yeah, we could have just done a Carl locals, and I'm jumping around like an idiot here. So
No, that's why I was just like, just typing. I lost connection. No, it's back. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah. I was going to do a curl localhost.
Yeah, it's freaking.
Yeah, Fairwinds Insight can help you make your nicely done, team. That you save your resource limits. Actually, on that note, we have got some hints if we need them, right? Thank you, Fairwinds folks, for leaving some hints there if we need them. Cool. Well, what are we thinking now? Should we check for network policies? Anything like that?
Yeah, because obviously something is answering our request, but not the application that we're expecting. So maybe you look at the ingress configuration. Or the
So we're coming in via node port, Alex, aren't we? So no ingress.
although there is emissary ingress deployed to the cluster, just throwing that out there. Emissary ingress is a nice ingress. Who works on that?
We love emissary ingress, right? Yeah, actually one of the first things I did when I saw emissary ingress there is I was like, what listings are set up, what mappings are set up in my cluster, and of course didn't find any. And then I figured out you're using node port to expose these things.
Yeah, I've been improving the setup over the last month, and I just brought in ingress. So yeah, I will be exposing over some shiny domain
You know
names
where we
soon.
are, David. If you need help with those listeners, hosts, and mappings, emissary ingress is one of the, if not the best ingress out there, right? Cool.
Right.
So we've got, so it doesn't look like emissary is being used in terms of mappings, or even probably just worth just checking listeners, because that would be very cruel to leave it. Yeah, nothing I suppose I should do. So it looks like it's not an emissary ingress thing.
No, but I mean, you're hitting an application that looks like my application. I mean, what should we be checking next?
Yeah, the image I think is a good idea, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Checking the image. So if we just do, we've already done the describe actually on the deploy, right?
On the pod, not on the deployment.
Yeah, if I just keep. What do you think, Alex? Do it on the pod or on the deployment?
Well, we did it on the pod initially. We can take a look at the deployment as well.
Because it says, right, image ghcr.io rawkode clustered v1. So the image looks legit, right? That's what we expected when we were messing around with our cluster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it when things look legit.
Yeah, you know there's something. We could try bumping it to V2, right? Because the ultimate goal here is to try and get to V2. If you just see what happens there, I reckon the Fairwinds team might have left us a nice little surprise there as well.
That is the voice of experienced cluster as well, and you've not been on before.
Yeah. Let's give it a try, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Edit, deploy, clustered. Well, actually, so it is running and it's restarted. If I just do a localhost again, see what we've got there.
Ah,
right?
foiled.
Yeah. So do we think potentially someone's messed around with the registries? Actually pulling from like another.
You described
I would doubt it. There is a always pull policy on the deployment. So I would imagine that we are getting the image from the registry and it's not preloaded on the machine.
Oh, yeah, image pull policy always. Yeah, I'm with you, Alex.
If you describe the pod as the image the same.
You get pods. kubectl. My pod. Pulling image.
Yeah, it does appear to be pushed down correctly. So
yeah, it looks like everything.
That's fun.
What if we do dig on ghcr? See if that's.
Do you know the IP address for that off the top of your head?
I do not, but I was thinking if it was like loop back or something, it'd be super easy, right? That looks pretty legit, actually. But I'm just thinking, like, where's that going to? Because that would be the. Just thinking, like, to your point logically here, Alex, like, is something intercepting that port before it's even getting here? Or is it the image? What do you think, Adidong? Like, I wonder if we might be getting led astray, right?
I mean, I know we're actually talking about like network policy, right? And then you mentioned there was no existing node, so there's no way to track that because ideally, that could be the problem. Maybe they set some commands that prevents us from accessing it directly.
So, like for the people watching, then, right? If you hit a node port service, can you follow that thread? Like, what endpoints does it have? Does the pod IPs match up? Like, you could kind of work that out, right?
Yeah, interesting. What's folks' thoughts on that? So,
let's look at the service node port and probably the endpoints being served by the for the service.
Do you want to drive, Alex? On this one?
My internet is a bit flaky, so I think I'll let
you shout what to type in that case then.
Let's start by listing all services.
Yep. I like your thinking.
So we have a node
88.
port on the clustered service.
Yep.
Let's look at the kubectl get endpoints for this clustered service.
Kubectl get endpoints.
Yep.
Okay.
We can just run that as is if you wish.
Okay.
So now you've got
8080.
yeah. Well, you've got a port. You've got an IP address. So you might want to.
Then we can get pods -o wide to get the pod IPs.
Yep.
And
We have a match.
It does match, so that rules out that hypothesis.
Nice thought there, David. Nice thought.
It's a cool effect, this. Image pool policy always. Image name appears to be correct down the stack, but the image...
Is it sidecar pod? Something like that, I wonder? Sidecar container, sorry? Didn't see anything, did we?
No, I don't believe so. It says one of one ready, so one container.
Couldn't do anything clever with the init containers, or I know the Fairwinds folks have used all the Kubernetes real estate in the past.
So let's assume that the request is hitting the correct pod, but somehow the Fairwinds team have put something in place that, well, Kubernetes believes this is the correct image, that they're actually doing sneaky stuff. So what's responsible for pulling the image to the machine?
The Docker daemon, or
Yep, Docker, Containerd, CRI, and the kubelet has some involvement. So maybe may have to start poking at those, I think.
What's your Debugging, Alex? What's your experience like with the cryo stuff?
Very low.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking.
The Fairwinds team are also reminding us we have hints. It's all right to use the hints.
Thank you, Fairwinds team. Appreciate it. Should we cap them
Good idea.
So we got some chat from the comments saying mutating webhooks. Now, it doesn't feel like mutating webhooks because what we're seeing in the state and the edit pod would be different, right? If they had mutated the payload.
Yeah. It's always a good. They're sort of.
Although people do love mutating webhooks on Klustered, I do got to say. So.
Got one, I think.
It doesn't hurt to take a look at 0, but I think you probably fixed 0, right? Oh, look at that. Some ASCII art.
What's that say? Fairwinds versus Ambassador. Is that us? Doesn't look too great on my camera, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
It's
can't.
quite big.
Ambassador, I think, right?
I'm going to zoom out. There we go.
Well done, Fairwinds team. That is nice. That is nice. I like that.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, kudos for that one.
I mean, not a hint. If we're sticking to the rules, I'm just saying. Like.
To be fair, I think your rules do say 0.1 is the first hint, David. So really good, right?
Okay.
Built-in system namespaces can hide all sorts of junk. Built-in. So like static pods.
Yeah, like those namespaces that come directly with Kubernetes.
Yeah, I wonder if we do ls etc Kubernetes manifests, we're going to see, do we expect, right? API server controller, kube scheduler, VAP. But I wonder if each of them have got, do you think I'm going to rabbit hole here? I'm wondering if each of them have got what we expect. We could cat them, could vim them, have a look. Or is there an easier way to build in system namespaces? Kind of all sorts.
I mean, you could trust the timestamps.
In the kube system namespace.
Sorry.
Sorry, folks, was that?
Yeah. I think you mentioned something around kube system, right? So like kube still gets namespaces and then try to get things in that namespace to see what exists inside of it. Because it seems like they hit something inside that particular namespace, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right, Eddie. Yeah, just look to David's point. There's a suspicious 2nd of March, yesterday on Kube Controller Manager, right?
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
Like, so there's a good hint, I think, there. We just go Vim, right?
Dun, dun,
Oh, is
dun.
Is that? Interesting. So that one definitely for folks watching should contain some YAML. Right?
That says, did you put the path in or just the file name?
Oh, that's cheers, dude. Yeah, you're right. I just my bad completely. I just do ahead of myself, right? Oh, spotted. Great work. That's more like it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you expect.
Shall we? Actually, I'm trying to think what's best to do. Is it go right to the top?
I mean, when I open a file and my cursor doesn't start in line 1, I would maybe look at what it was around.
You what, sorry, David?
When I open a file in Vim and my cursor is 200 lines down, I would probably check there first rather than going to the top of the file.
That's a good point, actually. Was it right at the end of it? I was. It's the driving mentality. Right? I'm so in the terminal. Yeah, was it right at the end? I was thinking
it
right at
was,
the end,
okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might have thought that. Can I use Control F and V on this one? B. There we go. Chat if anything looks suspicious, folks.
Yep. Service account private. Existing brand address. Control manager. What? Okay. That part is that supposed to be held Z? I'm not sure. Or should
Yeah, a lot of them are health C. It's a good point though. Some of them are health, or some of them are health Z, right? So yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a bit of suspicion, but I know the etcd ones are health, for example, versus health C.
Yeah, I think you'll find if it comes from a Google developer, they've got a concept of Z pages, and you'll see health Z.
Oh, okay.
Actually, David, I wondered where that rule came from. Yeah.
It looks all right. Yeah.
It does. It does. Yeah. Any thoughts, team? Any thoughts? Because it looks pretty legit, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
It does look good to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alex.
Well, that's probably
and no, it does look good to me. I wonder if
There was one thing that caught my eye,
something
but
obvious.
I don't want to send you down any rabbit holes. So,
But time to speak. Like something Adidion mentioned. You're about looking at namespaces, Adidion, right? We try that.
Yeah.
That's on the system. Namespaces. So, like, what are we thinking? kubectl.
Get namespaces. So just so maybe like kubectl gets all and then specify the kubectl namespace to see what's inside of it.
How do you do that again? kubectl get all -n for that?
Yeah. Yes. And then kubesystem.
Oh, it's not glad I ran that much. We've got a bunch of Cilium, core DNS.
Okay.
there is something wrong with Kube DNS. Seems like there's been multiple replica set of. Could they have been trying to deploy a new version with a new configuration of core DNS that would have forced multiple replicas?
yeah, that would concern me too, definitely.
Interesting, Alex. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, and DNS, right, could be pointing in the wrong direction. How best to... It's funny, Alex and I were chatting off camera. I was like, one thing I don't want to do is core DNS. I'm really not very good at core DNS, right? I was like, the Fairwinds team must have been like, yep, we're just loving that.
So there's a few different train of thoughts right now. Okay, you got the DNS, you got the hint, which alluded to something hiding inside of a kube system or system-based namespace. But the effect that you're currently dealing with is the fact that the image isn't the image that we want it to be.
Yeah.
So I think you need to just pick one of those and let's focus on it. Now, hint 01 probably should be the thing we focus on if we're fixing things in order. However, you could just go straight for the image. So
So you're thinking the namespace stuff, David?
I mean, that would be the journey that Fairwinds want you to go down, just based on the order of the hints. But, you know, the mission is just to get V2 running, so it's entirely up to you.
What are you thinking, team?
Yep, I think we could go ahead to... Let's just start somewhere, because we don't know for sure where the error is. So you can start
Let's
with
look at that hint again.
Yeah.
Let's remind ourselves what that hint said.
It was... What?
I think it was 1,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Built-in system namespaces can hide all sorts of junk. Built-in system namespaces can hide all sorts of junk.
Yeah. So that means it's possible that it's not exactly the cube system. I think when I saw system, I assumed it was cube system. So it could be any other of the built-in namespaces.
Yeah, I think you're right. I would take a look at those namespaces that we always ignore and see what's running. I think that's a good idea.
So what are we thinking, folks? We look at what
Get
kubectl
all
get
on
and
all
s.
namespaces.
Yes. Let's check each and every one of them. I think maybe we could try public.
Just what do kubectl get all? You thinking?
Get all, yes, and then dash namespace. Dash n, then the other namespace.
It's our
Interesting.
Postgres there. Kube public. Because you expect the Postgres to be running in default, right?
That is, well, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Should we continue down? Should we have a quick look at node lease? Just to see what's...
Yeah, I think we should just check that out. Even though node list is usually used to keep the nodes.
No resources found there. We've already done system, right?
Yeah.
Is it worth just checking? It'd be evil, be mean even to like put something in emissary, right? I think that looks pretty legit, right? That's
Yeah, this looks legit. I wonder what the image in that Postgres pod might be.
yeah, it's good thing,
wonder
guys.
if,
Yeah, let me just quickly.
the name matches what we would expect to find.
Super hacker image.1.
Yeah, I like that. Thinking, Alex. I just quickly, yeah. So this looks legit, right? Low balancer, no, but yeah. So kubectl get all. What was it? It was what's the name of the?
The kube-public was the one that was suspicious.
Kube-public.
Yes, yeah.
So do you describe on the deployment, do you think?
It doesn't look like a deployment.
Yeah, I think it's deployed.
Stateful set.
Okay, stateful set. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. kubectl.
And it's only 25 hours old. That's suspicious timing.
Right.
Indeed. Should we just, what should I do? Describe on the pod? Or?
I think describe should give us more context.
Yeah. Oops.
All right, we're halfway through.
Image Postgres 13 Alpine. Docker. Liveness. Exec PG ready.
So I'll give you some information about how my setup works because I think it's pertinent right now. So the Postgres at the default namespace is not a stateful set. At least I don't think it is. Or it might be, but it doesn't use any persistent volumes, and the data is all loaded through an init container. So it could be that they have provided their own Postgres with different data to inject into the page.
Interesting.
In which case, we should be able to configure which Postgres is being used by the application. I'm assuming there's a configuration environment variable or something.
There is a Postgres running in the default namespace, right?
Yep, I think I saw one. If I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
It's also 25 hours old.
Interesting. Yes. Yeah, interesting. So I'm wondering, you in your config, Dave, for that deploy, I think you used the deployment to inject some config for the Postgres.
It may very well be entirely hard coded to just Postgres. So if you run get services, I'd be curious to see what we see there. Standard cluster IP.
Yeah, and it's 2 days old, whereas the other one was 20 something hours.
Yeah. So if we just do a, we've done a describe on that one. I mean, if we do a describe on, right, it's kube DTL describe on the service. I think scrolling up through, hopefully folks can see this. Oops.
Yeah, so my application is hard coded to speak to a service called Postgres in the same namespace.
So if we cannot change the endpoint for that,
That's if it's my application running,
Yeah.
which I'm not convinced of.
But maybe there's something to do with core DNS.
Yeah, we've seen those replica sets. Alex, you were suspicious about them, right?
Yeah, they could be forwarding it on to something else. Good catch.
Onto another namespace, right? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How would we go about? My core DNS knowledge is somewhat limited. How do we go about finding that one out?
Everybody says, because why would you need to configure core DNS? It just works, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's always DNS, right? As the joke goes, but why do we need to configure it?
Let's maybe describe the core DNS pods and figure out if there's a config map or kind of configuration. There's
a config map in kubesystem called core DNS, or maybe kubedns. I can't remember. But if you list the config maps in kubesystem, you will see what you're looking for.
In kubesystem.
Yeah, core DNS. That's the one.
Does it just get config map or describe? What is
it? Was it kube? I thought it was kube public. Was it kube system? Was it not kube public? We saw that.
Well, kube public is where the rogue Postgres is, but the core DNS config is in kubesystem.
Okay,
and you can just
system. All right.
Add -o YAML to that if you want to look at it.
I'll check lame duck 5 seconds.
That's interesting. It's a rewrite. Stop.
Interesting. So what do we think it?
I think we should
be.
Rewrite this. Public.
Just do edit. Edit.
Yeah, go straight to edit. Go for it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like targeting the one in kube public.
And then what we thinking
Let's comment out this rewrite block so that.
Comment it out. That's a bit cautious.
Alex, that's Alex all over. That's why he's awesome on the team. He's super cautious. Because I was thinking like DD, I'm just going to press D all the time.
Exactly.
That's what DD and I do in DevRel, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Cool. Go for that.
Yep.
And now
let's maybe restart the core DNS server. I don't know if the configuration map will automatically reload or if we should force a restart.
Yeah.
What's the best command for that one? So if I do TTL get, is it like in the namespace of kubesystem? We just restart.
The pod probably. kubectl get pod.
Yep. Right, you just have 10 minutes.
Yeah, so we've got 2 pods there.
Yep.
Just delete or
Delete.
you reckon? Yeah. CTL delete.
Keeps this down. What usually take a while to, okay, that was fast.
Yeah. That's pretty good, you know, yeah, if I change the final one there to TB H4S.
4S, yeah.
And then we probably want to do the same thing with our application. If there are connections established already to the wrong Postgres instance, we're going
Like it.
to force a
Yeah,
reconnection.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good one.
And super quick restart with that Rust app, right? So should we try curling localhost? Ah, different error. Failed to connect to database.
To do maybe.
So 1 down. What's the next one? So it's a hard-coded value in the app, reaching out to that.
There was a very pertinent comment from the chat.
It was the endpoints, I believe, for this.
That's
Postgres
right.
service.
There we go. It was Nirlip Patel there. The Postgres service has no endpoints in the default namespace.
Oh, interesting. Well, thank you
So
very much.
probably label selectors or something of the sort.
Yeah, so that's the best way to figure that one out. Get endpoints? But no.
Yeah, we can do some analysis or look directly at the labels that are applied to the Postgres deployment and compare the label selectors in the Postgres service.
Cool. Should we describe the service for Postgres?
Mm-hmm.
QL?
It's just Postgres.
Oh, cheers.
No endpoints.
Oh, no
Good catch,
labels
Nirlip.
either.
Yeah, nothing. None, right? On the labels on the
Oh, no,
endpoints.
no. Oh, I'm sorry. There is
Yeah.
actually on the label selectors app equal Postgres.
Sorry, yeah. Alex, what was that?
There, yeah. I was just pointing to the app equals Postgres. Selector.
Oh, gotcha. On the selector. Sorry, yeah, yep.
So you're going to want to check that pod and see if the labels match up.
Yeah, on the Postgres pod. Labels none. All right. I want to see that one at the top. So do a bit of kubectl edit.
The old favorite. Go for
One
it.
more time.
Exactly. One more time. For luck. Here is. I can just find.
How much of the pod spec is immutable, though?
Oh.
I don't remember if labels are or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we probably should modify the stateful set.
Deployment for the clustered one, yeah.
The deployment. Okay.
kubectl edit the cluster service. Did you say?
Deployment.
The deployment.
Find
not
label.
the clustered one, but the Postgres one.
Yes. Sorry.
It's a stateful set, so STS.
Ah. Edit. Yes, cheers.
Yeah.
PostgreSQL.
There we go.
We'll get it eventually. Awesome.
We're in.
Yeah, I wrote these manifests and I don't even remember.
It's fine. There we go. At Postgres. Oh, is there a mutating webhook or something? That's changing that.
Could be.
Yep. Worth a look.
Yeah.
Good 5 minutes, or just under 5 minutes.
Oh, I think the Fairwinds team might have a click on this one. What is it? Get mutating webhooks? I can never really...
Mutating webhook configuration. Nice long one there for you.
That's a long one. No resources found.
Any thoughts?
I would encourage you to use the hints, given how little time there is. It doesn't hurt to use the hints and get maybe catch one more thing.
Injecting HTML is so easy when you control the database. That was your suspicion, David, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have to sanitize my inputs.
Lesson learned. We do like another. We sort of knew that one.
I've never seen a SQL injection go the other way. So that's
on the database out. Yeah. Nice. Should we look at the other?
3.
Oh,
DNS.
You fixed that.
DNS
Yeah, there's no way.
So we got that one, right?
It was DNS.
Go look at 4. You know, you can just name a naked pod the same as what a controller expects. I did not. Right? Did you?
Ah, okay.
So let's just delete this pod.
Yeah.
And let the controller actually.
So the Postgres pod. Postgres.
Yeah, quick, nuke it with fire. You got 3 minutes.
kubectl delete pod. What was the
Postgres QL-01.
PostgreSQL 01?
And maybe Postgres. I don't know.
Yeah, let's just quickly get supports. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just 0.
O.
Yep. Nope. Lost my terminal. Oh no.
Yep.
Interesting. Should we just do a
Yeah, go for it. Well, it may not be running yet, to be fair.
Yeah, so let's
it's gone.
That's intriguing, right?
Is the stateful set replicas set to 0?
Is the deployment set?
The stateful
0.
set.
The stateful set.
In the other namespace, or
No, in this one.
so what's the command to run?
I mean, I would just edit the stateful set and then search for replicas and see.
So kubectl edit
STS, yeah. PostgreSQL. There we go.
Search for
0 replicas.
Ah, yes, I see it.
Oh, that's right.
Sneaky.
That's why I need to
Sneaky, yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute. You're cutting it close.
Yes. we did have V2, right? But go localize. Oh, that's V1.
May your bag be bonus for success. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it worked. It worked.
But we didn't. Has it got V2 though?
Well,
They show us.
yeah.
Yeah, and remember we changed to V2. Did we reverse back to V1? Not sure.
Oh, Fairwinds Insights can help you with resource requests and limits.
Fight with it. Definitely.
I think it is. I think it's just a video. I can't remember what the source. There you go.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's just my browser being a little bit weird, but you got the video.
result.
Awesome. Great work there. Well done.
On the nick of time.
Yay!
Awesome team.
Right
Good
on time.
job.
Better late
team,
than never.
Master Lab.
All right. Well, thanks for that. You did great. You got it fixed, and you had like 10 seconds left. So, loads of time for debugging there. I'm going to ask you kindly, say thank you, but ask you all to pop off, and we'll get the Fairwinds team in, and they'll see what you've done to your cluster. So thank you again. Well done.
Thanks, David.
And speak to you
Thanks,
soon.
everyone.
All right. I'll just pop over here until we get the Fairwinds team over. And get my cluster back up. Ambassador Labs. All right. Oh, cool. They're all getting here now. We've got Brian. Andy's back. Hello. How's it going? Oh, and Robert. There you go. Oh, we got a fourth. Oh, and Robert. Oh, someone is still watching. I would encourage you to close your YouTube tab. Oh, someone is still watching. I would encourage you to close your YouTube tab. Oh, someone is still watching. Oh, two of you are still watching. Okay, I'm going to mute all of the Fairwinds team until someone works out where that tab is. You got it? Cool. All right, we're back. Sneaky work there. Well done. Before we talk about that, why don't we do a little bit of round of introductions? We'll just start from the top right with you, Brian. Go around clockwise. Please feel free to say hello and share a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Hey, I'm Brian, customer reliability engineer here at Fairwinds. I joined 2 months ago, but I actually had worked here for several years previously, and really excited to be back and part of this team here.
All right, Sam.
Hi, thanks. Samantha McCauley here. I've been with Fairwinds for a few months. Also a SRE with Brian, and just happy to be aboard and having fun here. Thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Robert?
I'm Robert Brennan. I'm a software developer. I lead the team building Fairwinds Insights, which is our commercial platform for doing Kubernetes governance.
And Andy, there you go.
Hey y'all, I'm Andy, Director of R&D and Technology here. I've been doing Kubernetes for so many years now, and it's just super fun to be back here. This is a total blast, so thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome back. Doing a reverse SQL injection into my application was particularly sneaky because in my head, I was trying to fix the wrong thing, I think, for a while in there, trying to work out how you'd potentially replace the image. I like that. That's very sneaky. All right. I think it's only fair now to hand a cluster over to you. So I'm going to pop my screen share back up, and I will open a connection on not Fairwinds, Ambassador Labs Control Plane 1. Please remember to use active sessions, and join rather than creating your own session, just so that we're all typing into the same window. And if you could all give me an echo hello, that would be awesome. And I will get one more extra picture up on the screen because we're missing one. Yeah, just do this all ad hoc. I don't need me. I'm good. All right, we've got a few hellos there. So feel free to set up your kubeconfig, any aliases, check for a control plane, and best of luck, team. So who have we got driving today?
Oh yeah, that would be me. So yeah, feel the curse everyone feels when you share screen. everything suddenly goes to nowhere. So where's this one, Andy? It was in Etsy.
Etsy Kubernetes admin.conf.
There we go.
And Brian, I understand. I drove last time, and I still don't remember all the details of what happened because it was just like total blur.
Oh, you have no control
away.
plan.
Let's take a look at what's in that kube config. It looks like it's missing some information. Client keys data. Is that the right key? Is it supposed to be client key data?
Client key must be specified.
Client key data.
Yeah, there's client key data.
And it says client keys data. Is that supposed to be plural?
I don't think so. I think
not based on this error. Error's looking for singular, I think.
Yeah, I'm very wary of typos after last time because we spent, 15 minutes staring at that YAML trying to find a typo last time?
All right, so I'm just going to ditch that one there.
Yeah.
Oops.
You can specify aliases.
That's right. What is that? Export. I'll do that later. Looks like we're still not getting it.
Yeah, it's asking for client key data still.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought we. Are we in the right config? Let me get out of there.
There. Oh, there's client key data.
It's in the right place.
Is it indented properly?
Also, can't we just use kubeadm to give us a new config so we don't have to try and figure out all the things that might be wrong with it?
Sure. Remember the command for that?
Oh, no.
I think it's, let's see. I think it's just kubeadm kubeconfig.
Yep. Kubeadm kubeconfig.
Let's see. Would it be user?
Have you just hit enter now? Does it generate a config? Or is the user command necessary?
No, I got to have something there.
You can try Kubernetes-admin.
But I think without the user.
Oh, without user.
No, with user.
Yeah, I think that is the user, yeah.
Gotcha.
It might want a flag.
Oh, I got the flag. Again, screen sharing. Apologies.
Oh, no, it's user and then -- help. It must want maybe -- I don't know if it wants a flag for the Kubernetes admin or not.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I've never used this command before.
Oh, let's see. I'm looking at this.
No, kubeadm kubeconfig user -- client -name
That's
equals Kubernetes -admin.
But
we need the kubeadm config file for this cluster. So we need -- and I don't know where that is.
Okay.
But you can try it without the last flag and see what it does.
Okay. Config not set. All right. Let's see.
There is no kubeadm config left on the machines after the provision step, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. All right. Then let's look at Because
why is it still complaining about the key not being there?
Good question. Let's take a look at that thing again, shall we?
Yeah. Okay. The admin.conf file.
Do which kubectl.
Okay.
And let's check for aliases too.
Okay.
That's sneaky.
Because like,
that would be sneaky. You could just type alias.
Yeah.
That'll list them all.
Just type alias. Yeah.
Up to date.
I don't see anything there.
Okay.
Someone suggested looking for a backup of something. Wonder if it's hidden somewhere.
I don't know. Let's go back to what we were looking at the the admin conf, right? It's not red herring too hard.
So you have client key data, client certificate data.
Oh, wait, no, that's
Cluster.
Context, user, Kubernetes admin, that matches the name. Check your contexts.
That's right. Yeah.
kubectl. Yeah, the name of the context. Is that correct? Do a kubectl config get contexts.
Oops.
It does look okay in the file.
Specify for Kubernetes admin.
Why is it doing that when you say kubectl config though? That says to me that something's been messed with here with the kubectl binary itself.
Wow.
Cat user bin kubectl.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right. I mean, if I was going to be really mean, I would replace it with a bash script. Can you type reset and clean that up? I did this the other day and it worked okay. My apologies.
How do we get out of this one?
I guess I could have used file instead. That would have been smart.
Yeah.
My bad.
I think I'll just close this terminal and all right, so I am going to close this. This session will disappear. Okay, we have a. What am I just missing? There we go. Oh, I can't connect. Oh, I can't spell control plane. Apologies. Okay, we have a new session. Please join that. The one that says you could just close the one you're in just now. Just jump into the one that's been open for a few seconds and reconfigure your kubeconfig and hope for the best.
Okay.
And for the record, that is 2 people that have catted a binary file in the last 2 episodes. So,
do you want me to use file on that, Andy?
No, I mean we know it's a binary now.
Oh yeah.
I guess it could be the wrong binary, but we wouldn't.
I was going to say maybe we download a new kubectl, maybe.
Yeah, we could get just grab a new one just in case.
Let's see.
It helps if you use grep.
At me in the other room. Sorry.
Yeah. Grep. Well, it's been there for a while. Okay.
Yeah. Although. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there must be hints.
Legit error message.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there hints?
functionally similar to
Functional.
Carta.
So a typo? Don't count them all.
There's
That's what Carter did.
there's an element of the '80s soft cell song here. Oh, I know that.
Brian, you're our music expert.
Tainted Love.
Right.
So there's tape
Functionally
somewhere,
similar
but
to Carter. That sounds like a typo that we're missing, maybe. So let's maybe take a look at that admin conf again.
okay.
I got
Cluster name, right? Is there more going on like above here that I can't see? Oh, here we go.
clusters, cluster name, Kubernetes, context, cluster, user, Kubernetes admin. Context name is Kubernetes admin at Kubernetes. Current context matches that. Preference.
How is YAML with spaces and tabs, out of curiosity?
Say that again?
Is YAML fine with spaces and tabs? I'm guessing. You know, what have we got before the client key data on that line? Could it be a tab character or something?
Could be, but I don't think YAML actually cares, does it?
It could if it's. Oh no. Yeah, I think you would get a different error message. But it's weird that it's saying there's no client key data.
That is weird.
Like, can you edit the file with them just to like see if them highlighting any hints? It's that little add at the bottom. That's just them.
What was is that the right number of spaces in front of client key data? I can't actually tell from here.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like 4 spaces.
Brian, can you?
Yeah.
Go down.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That's 4.
Okay.
I'm looking at a kube config for a kind cluster locally.
Yeah.
Some suggested are client certificate data and client key data swapped.
They could be. I'm not sure how we would. Let's see.
Just like change the keys back and forth, like change
Yeah,
client
we can try it.
data.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Oops. Like that.
Yeah. I don't think you ever.
I saved that, didn't I?
Did you export the kube config again?
Probably
No.
copy this file.
Then why is it still giving us that?
Oh, you're right. Export kube config equals etc.
How is it still giving us the same error no matter what we do?
I think
This
we should
is
install
not
a new
right.
I
We
mean,
need a new.
There's alternative ways to set the kube config. What about the flag on kube control?
Yeah,
I would try that.
we checked. Yeah.
The dash kube
Is that,
config equals.
Yeah.
And let's just rule out some environment trickery. And then the last thing I'll suggest is there are other kube configs in that directory for the other controller managers, etc., that might be able.
Yeah. That would be, yeah, that's true. We could try any one of those. I mean, if we want to grab a new kubectl binary, I have the command here.
You could also do apt-get install -- reinstall kube control if you want to refresh it.
It's like that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll mourn about reinstall flag being before install, but give it a shot.
Okay, I'll put that at the end. Or
Yeah, stick it there.
okay. Same error.
All right, so it doesn't look
Should we
like
try one of those other kube configs, or
What does K version show, just to make sure we're using 1.23.4?
it's 23.3,
Yeah,
but
something's
but it
weird.
should be
Oh,
okay.
K version dash is it dash client only or dash client?
client on? Wow, it's not liking any of that.
This is not the real kubectl binary. There's no way.
Yeah, something's weird here.
Do,
Yeah, just here.
Can I
Let's grab
download
one
that
from a
binary to
place
local?
that I
Oh,
know.
you could always just, instead of using alias and kube control, like fully
yeah.
do / bin kube control, and then
There
you're
you
guaranteed.
go.
Or you could do
Try
that.
the one. Try the one in /. Although that happened really fast. Try / kubectl.
You need to + exit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Ah,
go.
different.
We swapped the
we did that, right?
the key and the certificate. Yeah, we need to go swap those back, or use a different kube config.
All right. Should I move this file over to user?
Yeah,
user
that might-
bin?
I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think what's in user bin is correct. I think you'll find there's something in the bash profile, possibly, that is being very sneaky here. But if you fully qualify kube control all the time as /user /bin /kube control, you should be okay.
you can alias to this current one.
Yeah, maybe something in bash RC or .profile. It could be anywhere, to be honest.
Oh,
I mean, we've gotten around it. We don't have to know what it is.
Yeah,
So let's
exactly.
just see what's going on in this cluster and move on.
There you go. It's a
Dude.
function.
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh man.
That's man, that's so
that
good.
is exactly what we did to Carta, isn't it? With a function
That's
instead of an
so good.
alias, so that they wouldn't be able to find it.
That's so good.
You
Oh,
need
wait,
to do sort. Yeah, you're on it.
Okay.
That doesn't.
Am I on it?
Yeah, the
Has
source I thought would have. Like, you could do unset kube control.
Yeah, that would do it.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, back to
Whew.
wow. Man.
Really?
All right, so just swap these over.
Yeah.
I think y'all counted on our memories being better than they are.
All right, back to our regularly scheduled program.
All right, let's see what we got for pods and deployments and such in this namespace.
I love that they watched that episode and used that trick against you.
So good. Apparently, I should have done the same.
We got one that's pending.
All right.
All
Let's just-
right. Well, based on hint number
Right.
2,
Oh, yeah, you.
No points, right?
Tainted Love,
Ah,
I bet we're going to see something around tolerations or taints.
yeah.
So,
There's nothing embarrassing about knowing that Softail sang Tainted Love. I'm just going to throw that out
no,
there.
it's a wonderful song. Let's Let's see. There we go.
What do you see?
Well, I see a taint here, right?
If you can use the less pager, it just means the audience can follow along as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Are you all able to see that taint?
Yep.
Yeah, it has a no schedule taint.
Oh,
All right.
Why?
Yep.
Should I just delete that off those nodes?
Yes.
Okay. Is that through edit, or is there another way to do that?
There is a nice way, but nobody remembers it. I would edit. I'm just speaking
I was
for
just
everyone.
about to say that. It's like I know how to create one, but I don't remember how to remove one intentionally.
It's the same, but you put a dash on the end of the taint.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
That's it.
Definitely not going to remember that.
Yeah, I'm so reliant on kube control edit these days. It's unbelievable.
Okay, and then worker 2.
All right,
That's
running.
All right.
Let's edit the deployment to V2 and see what happens. I suppose we should look and see if the app's even running on V1. But
yeah, let's do that first. Was that a curl command or
localhost 30,000?
Dun, dun, dun.
That's not fun.
Yeah, that's not working.
Node port 30,000. Check the endpoints.
Looks all right.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the right pod. Or that's the right.
Is it the right port?
The port is correct, yes.
Okay.
Clustered runs on 8080.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to assume Daniel, with his love for the JVM, has stuck it on a machine, and now all networking is broke because the JVM is stuck in all the...
Should we look at hint 3?
What did the curl show?
I don't think you need hint 3.
All
right.
But what's the symptom here, right? You tried to curl a service, it didn't work. So,
right. Let's check for network policies.
Yeah, good shit.
Do a default allow. Can we get that as YAML? 23 hours old. I don't think that exists normally.
I mean, the name it looks legit, right?
The name looks very legit, but I don't think you need that.
Let's see.
Policy types, egress, no rules.
Pod selector is nothing though, but that.
Doesn't that select all pods though on a network policy?
Yeah.
Just delete it.
All. Yeah, just delete the network policy.
Yeah, nothing good ever came from leaving something lying around like that.
Okay.
Let's try our curl again. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's V1. Did we edit the deployment already? I can't remember.
Not yet. Like that one?
Yep.
Good. Check curl.
The new one wasn't ready yet. Now try curl. Do a get network policies again.
Wow, it came back. Ooh.
Yeah. What?
Huh.
It would have a control plane name if it was a static manifest. We learned that while trying to break the other cluster. Let's do a get pods dash capital A and see what else is running. It's probably something recreating it, maybe.
You're right, unless it is a static pod. Well, no.
What's Kube VIP? That doesn't look familiar.
That's a bare metal BGP broadcaster and load balancer. You don't need to worry about that.
That's supposed to be there.
I mean, assuming it is kubeflip. I right now I don't know, but
yeah.
I can't remember if there was a Cilium operator or not.
There is. That looks. I mean, besides the 24 hours ago restart on it, it looks okay. It passes the eyeball test.
Controller managers, Cube scheduler, Ambassador Labs, control plane 1. That's correct. I just remembered that the cluster's called Ambassador Labs, not Fairwinds, because I was studying ours for a day. 2 core DNS pods, clustered pod.
I mean, does the sneaky thing have to be a container?
No, it could be a process on the system as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe edit the cron job file.
Oh, it could be a cron job. Yeah, do a
kubectl
get cron jobs.
Oh,
I mean, like a.
on the system.
Oh, like
on the system.
A system
right?
cron tab.
Yeah.
It could be a system cron tab. Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent so much time in Kubernetes, we forgot how Linux works.
Yeah. Cron tab -e, you think?
Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh, and it's going to automatically set that too, right?
Yeah, both of those.
Yeah. So just delete those?
Yeah, make those go away. And then we have to reload that, right?
Edit the deployment, right? Yeah.
Who uses the cron tab anymore? Okay, we don't have to read.
What? My screen's not letting me see everything very nicely. Okay, there we go. And then okay. And then curl.
It still says V1. Oh, he's dancing now.
That might be my browser cache, which is always really bad for this. So, is it V1 or V2?
It says V1 in the title.
Well, that could be a bug too, to be honest.
Yeah. Should we try running it up in the browser?
How do we know?
I think you fixed it. I mean, if you describe the pod and it says V2 and my browser says V2, I'm happy that it's V2.
All right, do describe, Ryan, will you? Please.
Maybe I'll update the title for the next episode.
I kept wondering about that when I was testing it. I was like, it still says V2 in the title. I just assumed it was browser cache.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, it says V2, successfully pulled. I think you have fixed that cluster and you had a whole 9 minutes left to spare. There you go.
That was fun.
Awesome.
That was very nice work, Ambassador folks.
That was cool.
That was great.
Yeah, some dark arts we don't usually deal with.
I mean, dropping down to cron tab on a Linux host was pretty amusing.
Okay.
All right, well done. You smashed that. Like I said, 9 minutes left. That's rare on Klustered, so well done. Good team effort there. So thank you for joining me, and I'm sure we'll have you back for a third time in the future.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
All right, thank you all. All right, that was 2 great clusters, 2 great teams, everything fixed. I mean, that's a pretty good episode of Klustered. I'm really happy with that. And it was fun. I was laughing all the way through that. So thank you for joining us and watching, all your comments in the chat. I just want to say thank you again to Teleport. you've seen us use this tool on this episode and every other episode. It's just an amazing tool that I really genuinely believe everybody should have installed on all of their environments. So you can support the show by checking out rawkode.live/teleport. And also thank you to Equinix Metal for providing all the bare metal machines that we use for this. We will be back tomorrow. We had to reschedule last week's episode because everyone had more important things to be doing, but we will have another episode tomorrow where we will be joined by Arian and William from the Discord community. So we will see you all then. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much.